National Federation of Junior Philippine Institute of Accountants, National Capital Region, in partnership with Philippine Institute of Certified Public Accountants, Northern, Eastern, and Southern Metro Manila Chapter, as hosted by JPIA Rizal Technological University Pasig, Manila Business College JPIA, and JPIA Pasig Catholic College. Presenting to you this podcast that will showcase the different career paths and company promotions. Be inspired with the success stories of certified public accountants nationwide. Hop in and get ready to explore the first ever podcast of NFJPIA NCR, now on its third year. Catch it on Facebook, YouTube, and Spotify. Balitaktakan with the Accountants Year 3. Airing soon this May to June 2023.
Hello kabuatans! Good day and welcome to our podcast, Balitaktakan with the Accountants Year 3. Tara at samahan nyo kami makipagtalakan kasama ang mga successful professional guest speakers natin nationwide.
Yes, Don, talaga nga namang dapat abangan ng mga listeners natin ng ating episode dahil napakadaming learnings and inspiration ang sinishare ng ating mga guest speakers. And nakaka-excite nga lang Don, no? Kasi this is our third and final episode for our first season of Balitaktakan with the Accountants Year 2.
Yes, Nicole, at syempre hindi dito matatapos ang podcast natin dahil marami pang mga pasabog ang nag-aabang para sa mga listeners and guest speakers natin sa mga susunod pa natin na season.
True yan, Don, dahil mas lumalalim at mas dumadami pa ang tips, strategies, learnings at inspiration coming from our guest speaker.
Totoo, and for sure ang ating mga kabwataans ay nag-take note na at talaga naman na-inspire sa ating mga previous episodes. And we will make sure na dadagdagan pa natin mga na-take notes sila at mga inspirational thoughts nila in today's third and final episode of Season 1.
Ay, sigurado yan, Don. Kaya naman, don't forget to tune in because this episode ay kayang-kaya nating ulit-ulitin, pakinggan at panoorin. Available ito sa NCR different social media platforms gaya ng Facebook, YouTube at Spotify. Just type at NFJPIA NCR.
Ayun, no? At para rin sa mga new kabwataan natin dyan, konting history naman tayo. Ano nga ba ang Balitaktakan with the Accountants, Nicole?
Ayan, for those new listeners of BWTA, ito ay isang 2-season podcast na bukas sa ating JPians at non-JPians listeners nationwide. Specifically, it highlights the career path and success stories of various CPAs all over the country. At hindi lang yan kabataan, it is composed as well of series of episodes that will provide us with some tips and advice towards our journey of becoming successful in our chosen profession. So as of now, we are now at the third and final episode of Season 1.
Tama ka dyan, Nicole. And of course, pasabog talaga itong BWTA because this podcast is in partnership with the Philippine Institute of Certified Public Accountants of Northern, Eastern, and Southern Metro Manila Chapter.
And this podcast would not be possible, syempre, without our year-long sponsors, KPMG, RG Manabat and Company, Punong Bayan and Arroyo Grand Torton, CSIP, Gores and Velayo Company, Insights Financial Review Services Incorporated, Reo CPA Review, Real Excellence, and lastly, Pinnacle CPA Review School.
Yes, and we would also like to acknowledge our dearest host schools, JPIA Rizal Technological University, Pasig, Manila Business College, JPIA, and of course, JPIA Pasig Catholic College.
And of course, you can listen and watch to our different official platforms, the Facebook page, YouTube account, and Spotify account of NFJPIA NCR.
At para rin sa ating mga listeners, you may use our official hashtag NFJPIA NCR 2223, hashtag Pahamaya, and hashtag BWTA Year 3. So ayun na nga Nicole, kamusta ka naman at ano naman ang mga napulot mo sa mga previous episodes natin dyan?
Yun doon. So, yung napulot ko yung previous episode is there's no is a job. So, kahit anong job naman, any job, napaka-stressful and ang dami mo talagang mapapagdaanan. Pero siguro, kapag narinig na natin yung speaker, madami tayong mas matututunan about job. And ikaw naman doon.
Well, tulad nga ng sinabi mo, no, nabanggit ng previous speaker natin na wala naman talaga madaling trabaho. And siguro isa sa mga napulot ko na learning or advice from our previous speaker is yung working environment, no? So, napaka-laking tulong na yung environment mo is, alam mo yon, parang positive lang, hindi siya toxic, nakakagaan siya kasi nakakatulong naman talaga yon for us na mag-succeed sa kung ano man yung gusto nating i-achieve. Tulad natin bilang estudyante, di ba? Since medyo hindi kadalian yung program na napili natin, but because of the people surrounding us, yung school, yung professors, yung classmates, talaga namang medyo gumagaan at mamomotivate kang pumasok at tapusin yung degree.
Grabe naman. Dami mo naman natutunan doon. So, paano pa kayo mamaya? Mas madami kang matututunan. So, after mong graduate, ano yung mga plano mo? Ano yung mga career paths mo?
Yan. Actually, for me, Nicole, ang plano ko talaga once na makagraduate na ako is to focus on the review para sa board exam. Kasi syempre, bukod sa bachelor's degree, gusto ko rin namang maging CPA. Ikaw ba, Nicole? Ano bang plano mo? Pwede mo ba kaming bigyan ng onting insight sa mga plano mo sa buhay-buhay?
Ako, madami akong plano eh. Pero katulad mo, gusto ko rin mag-review after grad. Pero, ang pinagkaiba lang natin, gusto ko rin mag-work at the same time. Gusto kong pagsabayin yung work and yung pagre-review kasi gusto ko rin kumita ng pera, makatulong sa family ko. And, kung kaya, why not, di ba? Yun.
Oo naman. And for the, ka talaga, Nicola, for the money ka talaga. Siyempre, napakalaking motivation naman nung, alam mo yon, yung nagre-review ka, tapos may pangbili ka ng, alam mo yung pag nag-stress eating ka, yung ganyan. May pangbili ka ng kape. Para at least hindi lang puro aral. Maganda nga naman yun. Anyway, since pinag-uusapan na natin yung trabaho, ano bang working industry yung hinahanap mo? Let's say, once maging CPA ka na and nag-apply ka sa isang company, anong klaseng industry yung ina-achieve mo?
Siguro ako doon sa government kasi mas marami siyang benefits and like healthcare. Tapos sa retirement, 'di ba? So siguro sa government ako kasi mas stable doon. Ikaw doon?
Well, ako kasi pareho tayo sa government din kasi tulad nga number one is stable siya, hindi naman mawawala yung gobyerno, 'di ba? And para na rin makatulong sa public, kumbaga act as public service na rin. Makapag-give back ako sa mga tao sa community ko, at least makapag bookkeeping man lang ako sa mga sa mga transaction nila kung may mga negosyo silang ganyan. Makatulong man lang sa mga within the community natin dyan. So ayan, Nicole, I think with all the things na pinag-uusapan natin ngayon, no? Future plans, career path, and industry, ang mga kabataan natin ay may idea na on what to expect on today's third and final episode of Season 1's Balitaktakan with the Accountants.
Ayan, same with me, Don. So without further ado, allow me to introduce myself. Hello everyone, I am Nicole Hidalgo, your chinitang podcaster from Manila Business College, JPIA, and naniniwala ko sa katagang accountants are good with figures, but we're not necessarily good with feelings.
Ayun. At muli, isang pinagpala at maligayang araw sa inyong lahat po. At ako naman po si Don, your boy next door podcaster from JPIA Pasig Catholic College, at naniniwala sa kasabihang accountancy is the best bachelor's degree. Ayan.
Wow, grabe naman yan. True ba yan, partner?
Syempre,
True ba
hindi
yan?
tayo bias sa ano eh. Hindi dapat tayo bias dito sa podcast natin.
Yes. So yun, and we are your talakero-talakerang podcaster for third and last but not the least episode of Season 1 of Balitaktakan with the Accountants Year 2.
And with that, it is my great pride and honor to present to you the first season of Balitaktakan with the Accountants Year 3 titled Karirin Natin, Gaining Professional Expertise Towards Greater Heights.
So, kabutaans, ready na ba kayo? Tara na't kumarir kasama ang ating guest speaker for today's Balitaktakan na talaga nga namang bubuo sa ating take notes and inspirational words for Season 1.
Yes, so he masters his degree in business administration with distinction at Asian Institute of Management, double major on sustainable finance and fintech. He is a Japan Scholarship Program recipient at Asian Development Bank, graduated Bachelor of Science in Accountancy at Mapua University, magna cum laude and silver medalist, President's Lister, Dean's Lister. He was the president of Junior Philippine Institute of Accountants, Mapua University Chapter.
And also, he is an alumnus at American Chamber of Commerce Business Leadership Program, alumnus Aboitiz Future Leader Business Summit, alumnus Harvard Project for Asian and International Relations Conference, and he is also a lead of sustainable programs inside Financial Review Services. Proudly presenting to you none other than Ms. Renz Paulo Pinoon, CPA, CMA, and MBA. Awesome day, Sir Pao.
Good evening, everyone. Hope you guys are all doing well. Yeah, thank you for the invitation and the opportunity for me to share my knowledge and experiences to future accounting and finance professionals of our country.
Ayan, thank you po again, Sir Pao, and good afternoon po. Again, it's a pleasure having you here in our podcast. Nasa third and last episode na po tayo ng Season 1. And I hope you already had your dinner, sir, dahil marami kaming katanungan na nakaabang for today's episode.
Sure, no problem.
True po yung sinabi ni Don. So, habang sinasabi ko po yung credentials, no, sobra po akong na-amaze na naka Dean's Lister, President Lister, magna cum laude, and nagkaroon din po kayo ng silver medalist. Diba? So, how does it feel na na-achieve niyo yung mga ganong bagay?
Well, I think siguro at the end of the day, what really matters no is how those achievements help me to become the person that I am today. So siguro I'm not really focusing on the medals, the titles itself, but rather how I became the person that I am today. Because I think there's a difference in terms of how the achievements will build your character. If you're going to focus on those achievements on the title itself, and or in comparison with if you will be focusing on how those achievements help you to become the person that you have envisioned, let's say 5 or 10 years before. Yeah, so I think yes, some people have also told me that, but I think at the end of the day, what really matters to me is how can I also use those experiences and knowledge that I've gotten from getting those achievements in making a difference with the people or with the lives of the people that I'm encountering, and the lives that the lives that I hope I will be touching in the near future. Yeah.
Yes, thank you so much, Sir Pao. So, nagsisimula pa lang tayo, Nicole, no? Pero parang dami ko na nahugot dun sa mga sinabi ni Sir Pao. Anyway, sir, just to follow up question lang dun sa tanong ni Nicole. So, ayun nga, having said those achievements, medals, tingin niyo po ba, would you consider yourself na successful na sa position niyo ngayon, or tingin nyo nagsisimula pa lang kayo or wala pa tong mga achievements na meron kayo ngayon, sir?
Well, I think the question is very subjective, no? I mean, we have for me we have different views about uh defining success in life. Kasi uh in for some people, they are already considering themselves as successful if they will be able to provide for their families, no? So I think it's very subjective, but on my perspective I would say yes. But I think siguro yung definition ko ng success, for me it's continuous, no? So you're a successful person if you know that there's still a lot of things to learn in this world, no? Kasi I'm an advocate of continuous learning. That learning does not stop after you graduate from college, or even after you get your master's degree, or even your PhD. For me, it doesn't stop. No, so we can learn from different from living our daily lives. So for me, yes, I would say I am successful. I'm happy. May mga challenges pa din that tests my character, but siguro the only difference is that I was able to build my character to not give up, to not easily give up, no, and especially in when I'm undergoing very hard challenges, but rather for me, yes, I would say I'm successful, but I am still excited to learn more, to achieve more things, because to be honest, at this point, hindi ko pa alam kung ano yung limit ko. So that's why I'm continuously testing my limit as an individual. What are the things that I could achieve? What are the things that I could have with my talents, with my skills? And I think that's what makes, for me, that's what makes life more exciting, no? To take more challenges, no, to go to those places where in people or most people are afraid to go. So I think if for me, my mantra is, if I'm doing something and I am not scared, I'm doing the wrong thing. So for me, if something is scary and excited at the same time, that's the time I will take a leap of faith.
Ayan, thank you so much, sir. Again, nagsisimula pa lang tayo, wala pa tayo dun sa exercise Q&A natin, pero ang dami na kaagad motivation na nasasagap ko kay Sir Pau. Talaga namang mukhang talagang magiging inspirational lang ang episode natin for today's episode, Nicole, no? So anyway, wag na natin patagalin to at simulan na natin ang ating Q&A session for today's third and last episode of Season 1 Balitaktakan with the Accountants. Ready na po ba kayo, sir?
Yes, I'm ready. Yeah, always. Yeah.
Feeling ko nga po ready na kayo, Sir Pao. Kasi umpisa pa lang, parang pang-miss yun na yung sagutan.
Yes.
Yeah.
True.
So, ayun. Feeling ko hindi na to exercise. Medyo ito po yung parang easy round na lang sa inyo. So, question po. Short introduction of yourself and your job po.
Okay. Yun. So I think na-share naman sa inyo yung CV ko, no? But siguro on top of those things, I am a person that's really I've mentioned a while ago, I'm an advocate of education, no, in breaking cycles. I would say yung traditional cycles in an individual person, and education as shaping the minds of individuals and making a difference in their lives. Kasi I think my degrees are evidence of that, because when I graduated from high school, very uncertain, no, that na masisend ako ng parents ko to college. Yeah, that's one of the challenges that I've faced as early as my in my early years of studying. So I pushed myself. I took several exams, and then fortunately I was able to get scholarships. So I get a full scholarship in Mapua, then I thought that that's my last, no, that's my last opportunity. But a new opportunity came in, and then recently yung MBA ko, studying in Asian Institute of Management is one of my ultimate dreams. But I'm the breadwinner of the family right now. But at that point, sinet aside ko muna siya. But again, an opportunity came in. I got a full scholarship. They paid all of my tuition fees, everything. So I think this is one of the things that I'm using now to pay it forward. These people believed in me, so I won't be able to get those degrees without their belief. So I'm joining organizations, that creates impact in the lives of many people. So my current job right now is section head of strategy and enterprise initiatives at the National Grid Corporation of the Philippines. So I'm sure recently NGCP is all in every news, no? I'm sure you guys have heard about the news about NGCP, yung mga outages, and then the government wants to take the ownership back, no, of the grid. So, but again, my job, it's way above my expectations when I first joined the company. I started as a management trainee, and then I was able to go up the ranks, I think through motivation, self-motivation, and also siguro aligning my values to the organization. Because for me, that's really important, no? If you're joining organization, siguro the salary is the least of your concerns. What really matter is how can you align your values, your personal values, to the values of the organization. So the one of the reason I joined the company is isa lang sila eh. I mean, NGCP is the only transmission provider of electricity in the Philippines. So for me, electricity is essential to our lives, to our everyday lives. So I know that my efforts are going beyond the four corners of our offices, and then it really is a part of the lives of many Filipino people. So the role itself, it's very broad. Yung aspect ng accounting, it's just part of the things that we do. Kasi corporate strategy and project management, that's very broad. So siguro for the accounting side, we build financial models for evaluating projects, and then we do a lot of presentations to management to seek approvals for the projects, and then eventually implement the project. So that's my current job. Kasi my last day will be with NGCP is on May 31. So that's this coming Wednesday na. And then by June 1, I'm really grateful because another organization, which I will be sharing with you then siguro off the record. So send ko na lang din kay Miss Raina, because on June 1 I will be holding a director position, director for strategy and finance. So this is in one of the biggest universities in the Philippines. And then they also have other businesses which I will be managing. But again, it's exciting because I will be on the education and hospitality industry, and I can align my values again with the organization itself.
Wow, thank you so much, Sir Pao. And before tayo mag-move, gusto ko lang mag-congratulate and wish you all the best po on your next position. And tulad nga ng sinabi nyo, no, parang ina-align talaga kayo dun sa para siyang purpose, alam mo yon, Nico?
Yeah,
parang
definitely.
parang yung talaga yung purpose sa Sir Pao. Kasi hearing his stories, no, may mga doors na nag-open sa kanya, and ngayon tinutulungan niya yung mga estudyante to nag-open siya ng mga doors para sa mga estudyante. Ayan. So, congratulations po and good luck, Sir Pao. Para naman po sa next question namin, what company are you in right now and how did you find out about it?
Okay. Yun, as I've mentioned, I'm with NGCP, National Grid Corporation of the Philippines. And I think nasa isa sa mga job fair with Mapua, no? So, that's where I found out about them. But, hindi naman ako nag-apply during the job fair. So, parang, siguro, the story behind kasi, it's that, I'm in our province, no? Kasi, a week before my graduation in college, my father died. So, we had to bring him back into Coron, Palawan. That's our province. So, yung family niya is nandun. So, when I was there, NGCP called me that I was pre-selected for the management trainee program. So, iba kasi yung management trainee program if you will be a part of that, iba yung path nyo. So, I was considered for the position, and then I have gone through I think 3 levels of assessment. Before I was one of the 5 selected candidates. Yeah. So, they found my resume kasi Mapua and NGCP is also a partner, so parang they found my profile in their database. So that's where they found my details, and then I think that's where I started working with NGCP.
Grabe po. Paano pa rin po kayo tumuloy kahit na may nangyari dun sa family?
Well, to be honest with you also, no? Kasi I was the first one in our family to have a college degree. Kasi both of my parents, they stopped studying and then started working already when they had me. Okay, so it's a very difficult situation kasi before my dad died, siya rin nagsusupport. May mga naging sidelines din siya even with my mom. So it's a very difficult situation at that time, but during that time, at the top of my mind, I know that I had to step up. Not because I am the older brother, and not because I'm the eldest, because that time I know I had to step up because I know that I'm capable of doing it. So that's why I did step up, and then gratefully I was able to navigate through that difficult phase of my life. And somehow it also helped me to build the character as an individual.
Kaya po siguro kayo binibless dahil sa ganyang thinking nyo. So, sobrang
Yes,
thankful
totoo.
i-interview ko po kayo ngayon.
Thank you.
May follow-up question lang din po ako.
Sure.
So, what do you suggest po for those who are looking for jobs in finding the company they would be working on?
Okay. You guys are BSAs, no? Tama ba?
Yes po, sir.
Yeah. Kasi in the Philippines, what we have right now is that marami kasing stereotypes, no? That in the Philippines, if you're a BSA and then if you won't be able to pass the CPA board exam, parang iba yung tingin ng tao sa iyo, parang ganun, which is very sad on my end as well kasi a lot of my friends have experienced that, and somehow the experience is not good. But again, if you're looking for a job, siguro yun nga, the least of your concern should be the salary itself. Kasi iba yung impact ng job sa'yo if you're just focusing on the salary. It's like my mindset that time, even though I'm the breadwinner, if siguro you might be thinking that I'm the breadwinner, so I really have to focus on what I can really get from a company, no? But during that time, I am really grateful because my mindset is to join company we're in. The question to myself is that what I can give to the company instead of what I can get from them. And I think the monetary rewards will follow if that's your mindset, because if that's your mindset, parang somehow you will be able to push yourself, no, to develop the talents, skills, and competencies. Kasi when you're working already, it's not enough that you're good at something. It's not enough that you know every standard, no? Kasi you need a lot of skills. Kasi on my end, I think the important thing or the important skill that I've learned is yung communication and interpersonal. interpersonal skills, because you will be dealing with a lot of people having different perspectives, different characters, and iba yung pakikitungo mo with different persons, 'di ba? So I think that's where I thrived as well, kasi I like presenting to the top management, no? Even actually sa mga projects namin, ako yung laging pinagpe-present, so I am doing the financial models. So iba yung impact kasi if you really love what you do. So hindi ka mapapagod, yung motivation levels mo. Before I leave NGCP, I look back, no, kasi iba, parang yung motivation ko when I first entered NGCP, it's still the same na paalis na ako. So what I've learned from it is that ang pinaka-important talaga is yung gusto mo yung ginagawa mo, rather than yung ginagawa mo siya because you have bills to pay. Kasi bills, parang by default, lahat naman tayo may obligations, no? But siguro at the end of the day, what really matters is ask yourself. Kasi ako everyday I ask, parang before I sleep, meron akong 5 to 10 minutes self-assessment. I'm asking parang 8 questions, no? Am I happy today? Was I able to help my colleague, ganyan. So I think I'm proud to say, no, in NGCP I've made a lot of friends as well. Yeah, so I think that's the difference. If you really love what you do and you know that your values, you as an individual, could really contribute something to the organization.
Yes, thank you so much, Sir Pau. So ayun nga, dumadami na naman yung mga learnings natin, Nicole. Anyway, before natin itackle lahat ng learnings na naiipon natin, next question naman tayo. Sir Pau, can you give us the best reason why you have chosen to apply on your current company, and what are the benefits that you consider as priceless?
Okay. Yun, going back again sa stereotypes in the accounting graduates here in the Philippines. Syempre, for us BSAs, no, parang ang timeline natin is after we graduate, we have to review for 6 months. Right? But yung sa akin kasi, when I graduated, I'm already working. So I think November nag-start yung review, but I started working with NGCP October. So may full-time work ako while I'm reviewing for the board exam. So I going back to the question, best reasons, no? I applied for the company nga, it's because of the impact. Okay? I know that kasi their tagline when I started in NGCP is stronger transmission for a stronger nation. And for me, it hits different when you know that your efforts are making a difference in the lives of other people as well. Kasi yung salary mo dyan, syempre, it will make a difference to your life. But on top of that, your efforts na ginagawa for the job, for the role that you have in the organization, it's important that you know that your efforts are making an impact, not just in your life, but also in the community that the organization is also working with, and to the lives of many people. So that's why, kapag nagkaroon kami ng outage or nagkaroon ng problem in a substation, magkakaroon ng blackout. So maraming tao ang mawawalan ng kuryente. So
Yes.
It's important, again, to know that, or to believe that your efforts are contributing to that ultimate goal. Yeah. Tapos, I think benefits considered priceless. I think that's the time where they sent my sister in senior high school. So they've sponsored my the education of my sister. I think it's a Montessori school yata sa senior high. So 2 years niya dun tinapos, it was sponsored by the company. And apart from that, they also sponsored my certified management accountant title. So for that, I'm really grateful for the first company who believed in my abilities, no? Kasi I even started my journey with them na hindi pa ako CPA. So yeah, I passed the CPA with them. I got my CMA. I got my MBA as well with them. So, yun, it's sad no that I had to leave. But again, when I'm talking to HR, they're also grateful, and then they've supported my decision of me leaving the company. Yeah.
Yes.
Pinagsabay niyo po yung pagre-review para sa board exam and yung work po.
Yes. Siguro at that time also, kasi nawala na yung dad ko. So, parang somehow, yung aspect, I would say hats, no? Kasi when my dad died, I wore different hats. I wore the hat of a brother, a son, and syempre, a breadwinner of the family. So, I had to juggle different hats during that time. So, my mother, I'm thankful for my mother as well kasi hindi niya ako inobligate. So she asked me if ano ba yung decision ko kasi whatever that is, she will support. So she asked me if I just wanted to review for the next 6 months to focus my efforts. But at that point siguro I know that I can do it. I know that I'm capable. Although it's really hard, my sleeping hours is only 3 to 4 hours from November to April kasi I took the exam in May 2017. But siguro ang importance lang talaga is yung grit. You have the grit kasi grit is a combination of your character and your long-term vision for yourself. So, yeah, I pinagsabay ko siya. And then, there are people then that are telling me na i-defer ko siya by October that year. Kasi nga, baka daw mahirapan ako. But, at that point, sabi ko sa sarili ko, marami nang na-sacrifice, no? I lost my professor as well in September. One of my closest professor in college. 26 lang siya. Professor ko siya sa psychology. So, I lost her as well. Then, I lost my dad. So, siguro sabi ko at that time, I have to do it for them. Yeah. So, yeah, pinagsabay ko siya. Then, thankfully, kasi I was aiming to become one of the top notchers. Pero siguro, sinet aside ko na lang siya kasi I have a full-time work. Then, weekends lang ako nakapag-review.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm grateful no kasi I was still able to get 80 plus for the overall percentage, and I think I'm really happy with that. Yes.
Ayan, thank you so much, Sir Pau. Wala pa tayo sa kalate pero napapasana all na ako dito kay Sir Pau. Anyway, sir, what made you decide to pursue the industry that you're working in line with your degree program, considering that there's a lot of opportunities outside your degree program?
Okay. So right now, I'm in the energy industry now.
Mm-hmm.
And just to give you an idea, in the Philippines, we have 3 major players for the energy industry. You have the generation, the second one is the transmission, and then the third one is distribution. So for the distribution, I'm sure you guys are very familiar with Meralco.
Yes,
so
sir.
ang purpose kasi ng organization namin ngayon, ng company is si Meralco kasi before makapag-distribute ng electricity, hindi sila pwedeng kumonect sa assets ng generation companies kasi mataas yung voltage. So, kailangang dumaan sa assets namin yung electricity. Pag dumaan siya sa transmission towers namin na nakakonect kila Meralco also, bumababa yung voltage ng electricity. Then, pag okay na yon na kay Meralco na, that's the time that they can distribute electricity for household consumption. So, imagine, kaya pag nagkaroon ng, para kaming intermediary between distributors and generation companies. So imagine if nagkaroon ng problem on our side, malaki yung magiging impact lalo na sa customers ni Meralco. Meralco is just one of the distribution companies here in the Philippines. So yeah, I considered to join in this, no. It's because it's important also that na hindi ka parang go with the flow. You have to assess yourself as an individual kung ano talaga yung gusto mo. I am here because I know this is what I want. I know this is one of my long-term visions for myself. It's not enough that you would say that sabi ni ganito I have to join the Big Four para maging successful in the future. Sabi ni ganito I have to have this experience kasi magiging malaki yung sweldo ko in the future. For me, it's important, no? I'm not saying na hindi valuable na makinig sa iba, but you have to to listen to the right people and to get the right lessons. Kasi for me, I am here right now because I know this is what I want. So I'm not blaming anyone for being here, but I'm proud of what I am today because I know what I want to achieve. Okay? Kasi important din na meron kang long-term plans for yourself. Kasi that's where you can align your daily job, your daily role. Actually, for me, I'm not calling it as a job kasi I really enjoy what I do. Parang it's a part of my daily routine, yes. But at the end of the day, I'm really happy kasi gusto ko yung ginagawa ko. Gusto ko yung outputs, gusto ko yung outcome, gusto ko yung feedback from my colleagues because that's what I want. Ito yung gusto ko. This is the industry that I am in right now. Yung siguro in terms of expertise, yung incoming role ko, it's a director for strategy and finance. Kasi si finance is just part of the strategy. Siguro para mas madali siyang i-vision, yung role ko, it's about looking at the whole forest itself rather than the individual trees. Kasi if it's important that you know what's happening in the forest as a whole, kunyari, nagpa-plant ka ng trees, may effect yan sa buong forest. So, it's like understanding the bigger picture rather than the individual components. Yeah, so for me that's my vision for myself. Kaya nandito ako sa industry na to.
Wow, grabe. Sir Pau, just follow-up question kasi na medyo nabanggit niyo yung kung ano yung ginagawa ng company niyo, no?
Sure.
So, parang narinig ko parang minimize niyo yung voltage na
Yeah, the voltage.
inaano nung Meralco. So, ibig sabihin ba nang pinapababa niyo yung kuryente namin? Ganun ba?
No. Pinapababa
Hindi
niya yung
naman.
voltage but not yung bayad ba?
Yes.
Hindi naman siya ganun.
Hindi
Oo.
naman. Okay.
It still depends kasi meron din tayong marami kasi siyang factors, no? And it's I understand din kung syempre at the side of the consumers mahirap siyang i-explain. But there's a lot of factors na to tell you a lot of factors na kino-consider for the electricity here in the Philippines. And I was able to learn everything in NGCP. So that's why I understand kung ba't ganun yung electricity charges. But yun nga, it's siguro may nagkukulang din from the different industry players in educating the whole population. Kasi magkakaroon yan ng less complaints if both of the parties, okay, both sides of the spectrum understands what's really happening. So siguro right now nagkukulang on educating the people on what's really happening in the whole energy industry.
Ayan.
No, Don, nasagot yung tanong mo.
Mm.
Okay na ba, Don, yung tanong?
Dinouble check ko lang kasi baka sila sir pala yung baka mapababa pa. Hindi, joke lang po, sir. Anyway,
Sure.
Sir Pau, na-mention nyo rin a while ago, no, that by June po, you are going to be part of another institution.
Yes.
Tama po ba?
Yeah.
So what made you, Sir Pau, leave your current company and decide to join a new one? If you don't
Okay.
mind me asking.
Good questions. Kasi I've answered that question probably more than 50 times. Kasi I was interviewed for several roles recently. And then ito lang talaga yung parang pinaka nagustuhan ko. It's because first kaya ako nag-decide mag-leave kasi when I got my MBA, I was supposed to be in Germany for an exchange program, no, around October to December yata. But I declined the offer kasi parang yung courses ko it's na dapat i-take na full na rin yata. So hindi na nila ako mabigyan ng new set of courses. But I was also able to study with a course on innovation and entrepreneurship in IE Business School in Madrid, Spain. So it ran for almost 16 weeks yata. 16 sessions. So it's a partner institution of AIM. So siguro one of the reasons why I left, it's because I told myself na I've been with the company for almost 7 years already. And then I've been also in the energy industry for almost 7 years already. I've learned a lot. And then siguro when I entered NGCP, let's say there are 100 problems, and then I think I was able to solve at least 10 of them, and I'm really proud of that. But sabi ko din sa HR that I wanted to experience or further my career in a different industry. Kasi nga this is also one of my plans kasi to take my PhD outside the Philippines. So I wanted to make my perspective diverse para hindi lang yung perspective ko on a certain industry. Kasi pag nakuha na ako for that program, I wanted to make sure na mas marami akong ma-share with my classmates. And makukuha ko lang yun if I will be making my portfolio diverse as well.
Thank you po.
And
So,
for that organization, sorry. Yeah, go. Yeah. Sige. For that new company that I will be joining with, it's on the education industry, and then may mga other businesses din sila. So for me, it's one of a kind experience wherein I will get to for one role I will get to have an experience with different industries. Yeah. So I think that's one of the main drivers of me leaving NGCP.
So, thank you po. So, since matagal na po kayo dun sa current company nyo, on a scale of 1 to 10 po, how would you rate the working environment of your current company? 1 being the lowest po, and 10 being the highest.
Siguro 7.5. That's actually one that's one of my answers to our HR during the exit interview. Kasi for me may mga pa din kasi rooms for improvement, no. It's important for an organization to acknowledge na merong mga rooms for improvement. Kasi if you will think that you're perfect, I think that's a problem. Yeah, but for me, I'm happy with my experience. I'm really, really happy. Sabi ko nga, I've had a lot of my firsts with NGCP. Parang example, I had my first pair of shoes with them. Yung sa akin talaga. I had my first I had my first title with them, international title. So yeah, I'm really grateful for the working environment. And syempre yung experiences and the relationships that I've built with the organization.
Ayan, thank you, sir. And just a follow-up question about, since we're talking about working environment, para po sa inyo, gaano ka-importante yung working environment ng company para sa, kunyari sa amin, pag nag-apply na kami ng work, gaano po siya ka-importante to consider as an applicant, yung working environment ng company or yung culture nila?
Okay. So I think, to answer your question kasi, you will not know kasi kung ano talaga yung culture not unless nandun ka na. So if you're an applicant, I mean, when I started in GCP, hindi ko alam kung ano yung working culture, yung working environment with them. Ano yung parang naging basis ko for that. Ang naging consideration ko talaga there is yung corporate values. I think you can check the corporate values. And syempre, you can also check some publications, especially if it's your first interview. Huwag kang pumunta ng interview mo if hindi ka nakapag-research about the company, because that's one of your main assignments to know what the company is, and kung ano yung mga impacts na nagawa nila for the community and for the country. So
Yes.
to answer your question, with my experience, it's important. It's really important, working environment. For me, kahit napakataas ng sweldo mo, but the working environment is really trash, I will not choose to work in that organization. Why? It's because every day you will be dealing with people, no? Let's say gumagawa ka ng reports and you need something from this department. Kung hindi maganda yung culture mo, mahirapan kang kumuha ng information. So for me, it's really important, the work culture, the working environment, for you to prosper as well. Kasi mahihirapan ka ding mag-prosper in an organization if the working environment is not good. Yeah.
And thank you, sir.
Thank you po. Baka po magamit ko na yun pag mag-a-apply ako ng
Yes,
work.
magre-research na tayo talaga, Nicole. Alam mo na bago mag-apply.
Sure.
Baka mag-up na ito for this time. So ayun, since matagal-tagal na po kayo nag-work, madami na po kayong pinagdaanan, what are your tips po and recommendations sa audience natin, sa listeners natin right now na nakaka-experience ng struggle sa degree program nila? And as a student po, actually po, na-experience ko yung katamaran as a student, yung na ko po yung manyana habit na mamaya na yan. Mamaya pa naman yung deadline eh. Yun po. Parang hindi lang po sa subject yung struggle, pati rin po sa sarili.
Okay.
Ayan.
Sige. Looking back when I was in college, kasi the question, parang it hit me kasi during college, we're struggling financially as well. I told you a while ago na when I finished high school, parang my parents are really hesitant na to send me. Mapo is a very expensive school, and they're hesitant for me to continue my studies there. But for me, siguro, one of the tips that I can give is to have your own long-term vision for yourself. Kaya siguro na-experience din kasi I've experienced that as well. One of the reasons siguro kung bakit siguro tinatamad din tayo minsan, it's because hindi natin ina-align yung ginagawa natin at the present to a long-term vision. I think that's one of the reasons eh. Kasi when I was in college, I know kung ano yung gusto kong ma-achieve after 5, 10, 15 years. And I also know that kung ano yung ginagawa ko ngayon, that will somehow tell me if those visions will be successful. So if nagpapabara-bara ako ngayon, or I'm not exerting the effort that is needed for that to happen, I know that I know sa sarili ko na hindi ko i-expect na mangyayari yon. So it's really important that what you're doing right now is connected to something in the long run. Paano mo gagawin yon? You can use a vision board. Hanggang ngayon, I have my vision board. Wallpaper siya ng mga devices ko. Tapos, one of the things that I'm also doing to constantly remind me na kung ano yung gusto kong mapuntahan or ma-achieve is yung mga passwords ko sa accounts, passwords ko sa social media accounts. Paano ko yung ginagawa? Kunyari, I wanted to have my PhD. So yung password ko is, let's say, PhD by 2025. Yun yung password ko. So every time na minsan stress ako sa work, tapos magla-login ako, tapos maalala ko yun yung password ko, mamomotivate ako ulit. So, it's in small things that we do that makes a big difference. Kaya yung mga maliliit na bagay na yun, kung titingnan mo parang irrelevant siya, but it really helped me to I would say maintain yung momentum, no? Kasi at this point, to be honest, marami pa din akong iniisip, maraming challenges, both professional and personal aspect, but I know that in myself, I know that I want to achieve bigger things, bigger than myself, bigger than my purpose. So that's why I'm still happy, and I think that, and I'm still enthusiastic about achieving those things right now. So what I'm doing right now, I know that those are connected into a bigger goal in the next 5, 10, or even 25 years.
Ayan, thank you so much, sir. Parang tagus naman sa akin yung tanong mo, Nicole. Parang kailangan ko na rin palitan ata yung password ko. Pero totoo naman yung sinabi ni Sir Pao. Kasi I think para sa akin, yung mga ganun maliliit na bagay, meron siyang parang psychological effect sa'yo na magre-remind sa'yo na, uy, baka nakakalimutan mo. Yung mga parang gano'n na, ginagawa mo to para sa ganito, every time na maglalagin ka. Diba? So, ayun. Thank you po, Sir Pao.
Right.
And would you consider that your job is worthy and fulfilling? If so, are you confident enough and happy in your current job or position po?
Yes, definitely. Siguro at my level kasi ngayon, I'm not just managing the daily tasks, no. I'm also managing people. And actually na-shock ako kasi last Friday, they set up a despedida lunch for me. Then they gave me a parang bag for documents na gagamitin ko for my next job. And I think kasi yun nga, katulad kanina kung ano yung gusto nyong itawag sa akin. Actually in my team, first name basis din talaga ako kasi ayoko din ng may hierarchies even in my team kasi I think that I don't want someone to feel inferior from another one. So kasi I've felt that there are some instances where I felt that, and it's not good. I mean, it somehow affects your motivation. So that's why when I got the chance to be a leader, sabi ko, I wanted to be yung leader na gusto kong maging leader nung kailangan ko. So that's why when I got the leadership position, yun yung una kong sinabi sa team ko. Sabi ko, first name basis tayo. I don't want I have the title but I want you to ignore that. So that's why parang mas maging may psychological safety sa team namin. Kasi I was able to build a team na pre namin na discuss yung mga problems on projects, yung mga pagkakamali nung isa't isa, then we're learning from each other as well. So I think siguro for the role that I have right now, that's one of the things that makes it beautiful. Yung opportunity for me to make that kind of environment, which I am confident that I will be able to bring that as well into the new organization that I will be working with. Yeah.
Pero actually po, habang kausap ka po namin, kahit tinatawag ka po namin, sir, napaka-comfortable niyo po kausap.
Ay, thank you.
Hindi ko po na-feel pa habang nagkukwento kayo. And habang kausap po namin kayo. Pero actually po, nung bago yung interview session, kinakabahan ako, sabi ko, ang taas naman ng tao to. Baka mag-stutter ako, baka kung ano-ano sabihin. Pero yun
Thank you.
Yun pong kausap. So since you mentioned po the qualities of a worthy and fulfilling job, how can you say a job naman po is not worthy and fulfilling anymore?
Okay. Siguro if for me a job is not fulfilling, Actually, medyo nahirapan ako to define it kasi I consider my job fulfilling. But siguro with my experiences with the organization, most of the people kasi na nag-leave then from us, it's sinabi nila na kasi some of them are my friends. Hindi na talaga siya fulfilling. It's because siguro I mean, hindi ko naman din masisisi yung upbringing nila kasi nga it's affected by a lot of factors. We have different upbringing as an individuals, no? So you can't blame anything or anyone, especially wala kang knowledge about it. But I think a job is not fulfilling if you are calling it a job. Yeah. So if yun nga kasi right now parang hindi ko siya tinitreat as a job because I know that I love what I do. But for me, a job is not fulfilling if you're calling it as a job. Yeah.
Yes, totoo naman. Kaya karamihan kapag yung alam mo yung ini-enjoy nila yung job nila kasi hindi nila tinatawag yun as job. Parang ano lang, yung iba passion, yun na yung passion kasi nila, yung iba parang hobby lang. Parang sinabi ni Sir Pao, parang kasama lang siya sa daily routine niya. Yun.
Yeah.
Sir Pao,
Yes.
than practical.
Sorry, the question is?
Hindi po, parang more on passion ka po kaysa sa practical.
Yeah.
Ayan. And in connection to that, sir, ano naman po yung masasabi niyo para sa mga JPians natin naman po that is currently experiencing the qualities of unworthy and unfulfillment po. Kasi 'di ba may iba parang tulad ko minsan pag kunyari mababa yung quiz ko, yung mga ganun, sir. Then parang di na ata para sa akin to, parang pero alam ko sa sarili ko na gusto ko siyang tapusin, siya yung gusto kong magiging degree ko as a program.
Okay. Siguro I have two things for you. Number one, talk to the best person that you could talk every day, and that's yourself. So do not forget to allot some times or allot time to talk to yourself. Yeah. It's one of the things that really helped me to bring me to where I am today. Actually, yung sinasabi ko nga sa mom ko, parang hindi pa din ako makapaniwala kasi at my age, even my colleagues are telling me that being a director at your age, it's one of a kind. Kasi in our company, the directors are like in their mid-40s. Some of them are already 50 years old, but yun nga sabi ko sa mom ko, up until now hindi pa rin ako makapaniwala that position, that level of trust was given to me. And I think that's because yun nga, I know what I want because I talk to myself every day. Yeah, just 5 to 10 minutes. Then may mga scenarios nga that I'm imagining I'm being interviewed by someone in Bloomberg, ganyan. Then kasi it helps me to express my thoughts and ideas as well to myself. Yeah, talk to yourself at least kahit 5 to 10 minutes or more than that, kasi you will know, you're the first person that you'll have to know what you want in life. Kasi siguro this is one of the greatest gift also that I've received from my parents. It's because they've supported me for what I want. Never ko silang narinig when I entered my college na sige mag-doctor ka, sige mag-lawyer ka kasi in the future kikita ka ng malaki. Gusto ko mag-accountant ka because tita mo is ganito. Gusto ko mag-engineer ka because your cousin is like this and ganito na siya ngayon. Sabi nila sa akin, whatever I want, they will support me. So, parang yung freedom na binigay nila helped me to, explore myself as an individual. And uh, for me to explore kung ano talaga yung gusto kong maging in the future. So, yeah, that's in relation no to again, talking to yourself, knowing what you want. And number 2 siguro, it's finding the mentors, finding the right mentors. It's very cliche no that I think you have also encountered the quote na it's better to have a good mentor than a good company. And I've proved that, okay? In my experience here in NGCP, I've met 2 great mentors. Yung isa mataas ang intelligence, magaling sa work. Yung isa mataas yung emotional intelligence niya. So, both of them hindi ko sila makakalimutan because yung isa helped me to diversify my knowledge on project management, corporate strategy, and then management accounting. Yung isa helped me to build my emotional intelligence. And I think that's really matter as well in, achieving bigger goals, bigger things in life.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much, sir. Ako naniniwala ako na yung emotional intelligence, isa sa mga malalaking factor na makakatulong sa atin, especially in the long run. Kasi stressful, andyan lang naman yun yung mga challenges, palagi nandyan. Pero the way you handle it, yun talaga yung parang nagpapakita kung kaya ba or hindi. Yes. Thank you, sir.
True yan. Kasi actually, napaka-blessed po namin na napapakinggan namin to. Kasi kung hindi,
totoo.
baka pag mabilis pa rin ako pa-sweet kapag nagkakaroon ako ng problems like dun sa ALCAS po. So dahil nga sa positive thinking niyo po, mas na-motivate po tuloy ako na tumuloy pa sa aking degree na tinatahak.
Correct. And so, siguro to add lang on that. I'm not, parang hindi ako naniniwala on the saying na kaya mo rin. Why? It's because yun nga, we came from we came from different facets of life. And hindi ko pwedeng sabihin na dahil kinaya ko to, kakayanin mo rin. Siguro ang masasabi ko lang when it comes to, questions like this, ang tip na talaga na gusto ko talagang ipakiusap, especially for those who are struggling, is don't ever give up. Kasi you would not know if ano yung maa-achieve mo if magi-give up ka at this point. So treat it as something that for me kasi failures are just stepping stones for a bigger achievements in life. So for me, kung merong failures or struggles, parang kaya nagiging positive yung thinking ko kasi my perspective for those things are stepping stones for me to achieve bigger things. Kasi kung ang perspective mo on those things is negative, mahihirapan ka talagang i-maintain yung level of motivation. So again, it's a matter of perspective and mindset. I-shift mo yung perspective mo believing that these things, these challenges are stepping stones for you to achieve greater heights on your professional and personal life.
Ayun, grabe naman yun. Thank you po. Ayun doon, sabi nga, don't give up. Kapag bumagsak lang sa quiz, yun. Ayun, thank you po sa na yun, very inspiring na quote. Quote ni Mr. Pau.
Yes, Sir Pau, yes.
So, can you share naman po, since madami na kayong pinagdaanan na magaganda din naman, can you share some remarkable experience that you fulfill as you work in your current company? How about not so good experience and
yeah,
how
sure. Okay. Siguro great experiences, no? Fulfilling. Yeah.
Yes.
Or remarkable experiences. I think siguro yung projects kasi na one of the projects na in-entrust sa akin is yung pag-rebrand ng corporate performance management system. And to tell you, it's really a big project because I had to go to Luzon, Visayas, and Mindanao for 1 week to roll it out. And I'm the one who built that. For me, it's remarkable because up until now, ginagamit yung system and I'm really proud of it. It's because malaki yung impact sa employees kasi it's part of the incentive or yung mga bonuses na binibigay. So for me, it's remarkable because I'm considering it as one of my legacies when yun nga, aalis na ako sa NGCP, and I've received a lot of feedback, good feedback from there, and yung impact ng project, it's more than I've expected. So that's why I'm really proud of that. Not so good experience siguro early early years of my career. And then there's one department head na nasigawan ako because I was being called for another meeting. So parang ang gusto niya kasi I have to focus on finance, and then the other meeting kasi it's for a strategic project. So naiyak ako noon. That's one of the first time na umiyak ako, pero syempre I believe that it's part of the my growth process in the organization, and I think it made me a stronger individual in the organization. Actually, recently yung mga projects na pinapropose ko, sometimes natatakot ako to tell them what to do kasi most of the time kung ano talagang sabihin ko yun yung ginagawa nila. Kasi may mga times kasi na sinabi ko na yung kung ano yung gawin, tapos I will be asking myself, what if mali pala yung sinabi ko? Pero thankfully kasi all of my recommendations naman are based on facts and logic, so most of them really work, no? But again, I think that's my answer to the question.
Ayun, thank you po, Sir Pao. Anyways po, na-mention niyo yung parang na nasigawan kayo. Ano po yung masasabi nyo or mabibigay nyo tip? Kasi as a student, meron akong mga na-encounter na classmates ko wherein parang in a way na feeling nila napahiya sila ng professor namin dahil lang na-correct sila. Tapos parang because of that, medyo naapektuhan yung attendance sila, yung interest nila dun sa subject na yun. So ano po yung parang mabibigay yung tips sa aming mga student to overcome yung mga ganong feeling?
Okay, good question. So I think for me kasi after that, parang hindi ko hinayaan na yung situation na yon is maapektuhan talaga ako. Parang kasi it's like you're a ship na nasa ibabaw ng dagat. Then let's say nung sinigawan ako, nagkaroon ng butas yung ship. So ang ginawa ko, syempre, if pababayaan ko yung butas na yon, lulubog ako, 'di ba? So what I did, I've ignored. Umiyak ako, then I felt good again. So, yun nga, my perspective is that it's part of the growth process, learning process in the company. So, tinakpan ko agad yung butas na yun para hindi ako lumubog. So, for me, it's not about the situation itself, but rather how that situation will affect you. So, again, going back to the mindset thing, treat it as something that you can use for your growth. So probably if nasigawan ka ng professor, why not mag-exert ka ng effort? Let's say the next time na you're in his or her class, you will be doing something great. Kasi 'di ba? That will be a different scenario rather than kung ang isipin mo ay siguro useless talaga ako, ganito ganyan or blah blah blah. So mag-iiba talaga yung behavior mo. So it's a matter of you choosing kung ano yung magiging behavior mo. Tatanggapin mo ba na yung thought mo is you being as a useless person, or you can do something about it. You can do something great after that situation.
Thank you po. Na tanong din ni Don yun. Kasi na-experience ko din po na mapahiya.
Yes.
Thank you. And
Talaga namang napaka-positive ni Sir Pao, no? Parang
Mm.
lahat ng, parang kino-consider niya na parang, ay, challenge ka lang, ano ka. Ito gagawin ko sa'yo. Wala ka sa akin. Parang gano'n. Diba? Sana all.
pwede po ba kayo namin maging mentor?
Ay, no problem. Yeah.
Life
No
coach.
problem. You can send me an email if you want to, have quick chats, ganyan. And add me
Thank you,
also
sir.
on Facebook.
Thank you
Ayan.
po.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, Sir Pao. And Sir Pao, if you were given a chance po to discuss naman your current job and to persuade our listeners, would you take the opportunity to convince them to explore and experience the best things in your current company, which is NGCP? Tama po ba? And if yes, why po?
Yeah, definitely. The organization has a lot of things to grow in the next 5 to 10 years. Kasi NGCP started 2009 lang din naman. So I joined the organization 2016. So if you want to become a part, NGCP is the only transmission company here in the Philippines. So if you want to build your career in the energy industry, I think NGCP is one of the companies that you can work with. And the organization is evolving, so I think it's high time for you to, if you want to consider to join an organization, it's high time for you to consider joining an organization like NGCP. Yes.
Ayan. Thank you po. And as a professional, how did your company help you grow holistically?
Okay, I think yun nga, for me, the company helped me to grow as a professional holistically. It's because they provided me an avenue to exercise both my technical and interpersonal skills. Kasi I have the knowledge on accounting, building financial models, but ang pinaka-importante is how I will convey that to my colleagues. And I would say convey to the point na may intindihan din nila even they are not CPAs. I think that's the best, one of the best skills that I have learned in NGCP. Kasi pag nakakita ka ng numbers, syempre baka ma-overwhelm sila. But ang important doon is how they will understand that just by listening to you. And I think that was one of the things that I have gotten from NGCP. And I'm really proud of it. Yeah.
Grabe, sir. Naalala ko tuloy yung accounting 101 ko, yung summarizing, interpreting.
Yeah.
Talaga palang kailangan siya, no? And yun. Thank you so much for answering that question, sir.
Sure.
And can you tell us some important or major lessons that you think are beneficial to our dearest listeners po?
Sige, I have two things. Number one, siguro integrate nyo lang yung continuous learning philosophy in your daily life. Kasi if you're excited to learn new things, I mean the level of motivation will help you to keep pushing yourself. Kasi for me, yun yung sinasabi ko sa sarili ko na even though I already have my master's tapos my accounting degree, every day I still set aside the things that I've learned. Parang I'm unlearning them para the level of excitement to learn new things is still there. So, in every engagements na I've been with, I'm still excited because I know that I will be meeting new people, then I will be learning from them, and then hopefully I can also share some things from my experience to them as well. So for me, it's a cycle that will never end, yung learning process. And then number two, there's no such thing as too late. Kasi for me, parang when my dad died, kasi I thought it's too late for me to make things happen for him kasi I don't have him already. But for me, yung opportunity na yun, I was still able to do it, no? Kasi I was able to bring some of the dreams na parang dream lang sa amin before into fruition. So, kasi baka, somehow it will also affect your motivation na, baka too late na for me to take the CPA exam, or too late na for me to take another new role, so dito na lang ako. So, yeah. Siguro yung pangatlo, yun, sorry, dagdag ko na lang. Do not be afraid to go out of your comfort zone, because that's where you will learn new things about yourself, about what you're doing in life. Kasi siguro yung going back lang din sa question yung kanina na leaving NGCP, I think it's also one of the reasons why I wanted to go. It's because I'm comfortable with the organization already. Alam ko na kung sino yung kakausapin ko. Alam ko na kung ano yung gagawin ko for a certain project. So, that's why, sabi ko din, I wanted to be uncomfortable again. Because I know I will be learning new things, new perspectives from new people, from new working environment. So, yeah. Number one, again, integrate lifelong learning philosophy in your life. Number two, there's no such thing as too late. And then number three, do not be afraid to go out of your comfort zones.
Ayan, thank you so much, Sir Pau. So, ayun, actually nilista ko na yung mga yung mga sinabi niya, Sir Pau. Yun nga, integration ng lifelong learning. There's no such thing as is too late, and don't be afraid to go out of your comfort zone. So, noted na po lahat sa akin yan, Sir Pau. So, again, thank you po for answering those questions. And grabe, Nicole, it was so nice hearing those things, those answers from Sir Pau, no? Talaga naman, kada tanong natin may bagong learning tayo napupulot. At tulad yan nung sinabi ni Sir, yes sir, continuous learning. So, parang habang ini-interview kasi namin kayo, Sir, yung naririnig namin kung paano kayo nag-start, paano nyo nakakilala yung company nyo, parang lahat may learning, yung natuto kayo sa interpersonal skills nyo, yung mga mentors na nag-help sa inyong when it comes to your intellectual and emotional intelligence. So, ayun, talaga namang ang dami ko talaga napulot kay Sir Pau, to be honest. Medyo naka-reflect and relate ako almost sa lahat nung kinuwento ni Sir. Though yung iba wala pa, pero I believe pag nag-work na rin tayo, Nicole, babalikan natin tong podcast natin with Sir Pau. Para ayun, sabi ni Sir ganito. So, okay lang, sigawan mo ako, sige boss. Okay lang po boss, sigaw ka lang. Ayan.
Thank you.
Ikaw naman, Nicole, ano naman ang mo? Masasay mo sa exercise Q&A natin with Sir Pau.
Exercise lang ba yun? So, akin yung pinaka-highlight ko doon sa sinabi ni Sir Pau, yung huwag tayong matakot na umalis sa comfort zone. Yun talaga yung pinaka-kinakatakot ko, which is, yun nga, naging contrast doon sa sinabi ni Sir Pau. Yun nga, na dapat matuto tayo mag-take risk. And huwag matakot sa mga professor na naninigaw, na nag-fing, huwag tayong matakot mag-fail. And marami din nangyari kay Sir Pau, pero nagtuloy pa rin siya. Yun yung naging realizations ko na kahit madaming ma-experience sa problems, circumstances, ayun, magtuloy pa rin. Yun. Ayun sa akin doon.
Yes. At syempre, yun nga, no? For sure ating mga listeners din ay talaga namang napuno na mga notes kakasulat sa mga life lessons. And for me, masasabi kong motivations na shinare ni Sir Pau. But wait, there is more to come, mga kabwataans. So, Nicole, are you ready to introduce the newest segment of this year's Balitaktakan with the Accountants Year 3?
Ayun, of course, Don. The pleasure is always mine. So here's the catch. To sum it all up, we prepared something for you, Mr. Pau. In this segment, we will call it BWTA, The Fast Talk. Bagong-bago na talagang ng ating listeners since episode 1 to episode 3. Yun po, kung alam niyo po yung Boy Abunda,
Yeah,
ano.
yeah.
Talaga naman, yes. Mm-mm.
Ayun po, sasabihin po ni Don yung mechanic.
So
Okay.
sir, yun nga, basic parang kay Sir Boy Abunda lang, no? We will be giving you a timer. Tapos meron lang kaming set of questions wherein pipili lang po kayo dun sa isa dun sa mga dalawang um, answers. And we will have 2 minutes to complete the questions po. Okay, sir?
Okay. No
Alright.
problem.
Ready na po ba kayo, Sir Pau? Sisimulan na po natin ang ating BWTA, the Fast Talk. So,
For sure.
your timer, your 2 minutes, Sir Pau, starts now. Soft skills or technical skills?
Soft skills.
Audit or tax?
Audit.
Public or private?
Private.
Passion or practicality?
Passion.
Individual or team?
Team.
Manual or automatic?
Automatic.
Principle or money?
Principle.
Efficient or effective?
Efficient.
Authoritative or democratic?
Democratic.
Doing the things right or doing the right thing?
Doing the right things.
Best asset of your company?
People.
What's the greatest bit of advice a parent or a mentor has given to you?
Wait. Sorry na no. Compassion.
If you won the lottery of 1 million, how would you spend it, sir?
Okay, I will invest it in I will diversify. I will invest it in a diversified portfolio.
So in one word, how would you describe your experience in company?
Fulfilling.
And what phrase would you like to tell your younger self?
Keep pushing.
Give us one reason why our listeners should apply to your company.
Impact.
Career or love life? Ayan.
Both.
Yeah.
Joke. I have both right now. Charot.
Wow, sana
Yeah.
all. And complete the sentence, Sir Pau. I'm Renz Paulo Pinoon, CPA, CMA, and MBA, and I'm
unstoppable.
yan.
Again, thank you so much po for accepting our challenge to do the fast talk with you, Mr. Pau. Grabe, sobrang intense. We had so much fun and we had many lessons to keep and for sure pati na rin ang ating mga kabataan.
Yes, grabe yun, Nicole. It was really, it really blows my mind, no, kung paano sinagot ni Sir Pau yung fast talk natin. And I hope our guest speaker also had fun in this balitaktakan and with the segment of Q&A and the fast talk, BWTA, the fast talk. Ayan,
Yeah, thank you
Sir Pau.
also no. Parang actually I'm also grateful no for this opportunity kasi parang somehow I was able to reflect through my journey in NGCP kasi last day ko na nga sa May 31. So I'm really grateful for this invitation.
Ayan, Sir Pau. Thank you so much din po again for accepting our invitation to be part of this third and final episode of this season 1, Balitaktakan with the Accountants Year 3. So, ayun na nga. And if you have anything to promote, sir, messages to our listeners, tips, the floor is always ready for you, Sir Pau.
Yeah, I think I'm all good na mention ko na siya lahat kanina. Yeah, but siguro one thing I would like to promote is siguro with Insights Financial Review Services. So in the near future we'll be launching emerging topics on finance like the sustainable finance and other sustainability courses. So please stay tuned because it's one of the game changers in the finance industry.
Yes, so
Yeah.
guys, wag niyong kalimutang silipin ang Insights Financial Review Services. Actually, sir, sinilip ko siya sa Facebook and I think pagka-graduate ko, yan.
Yeah, sure. I'll see you
Yes.
there. I'll see you guys
Yes, sir.
there.
Definitely pa.
Mm.
Ikaw ba, Nicole? Ano ba?
Yes po, si Mr.
Kikita ba tayo doon or ano?
Baka ako din. Mag-apply na din ako.
Sure.
Yes. Again, thank you so much po, Sir Pao. And we hope nag-enjoy po kayo in our third and last episode of Season 1, Balitaktakan with
Yeah,
Yaka.
I did. I enjoyed really. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you po.
Ayun. Once again, maraming salamat po for accepting our invitation to be one of our speaker, Mr. Pau. It was really memorable, great, and fun experience to have you.
Yes, and you know, Nicole, as we were talking with our guest speaker, so Sir Paulo, no, talaga naman ang daming inspirational thoughts and motivations akong napulot. And it's nice na mention niya nga yung stronger transmission for a stronger community because it hits different when your efforts are able to contribute to many lives within a community. And given dun sa example ni Sir Pao and sa mga kwento niya, talaga namang yung purpose niya ba na to give back sa community, nagbubukas siya ng mga doors para sa mga estudyante, sa mga tao, sa mga constituents niya within the work. Tapos yung grit na isa daw sa mga kailangan natin as a student or as a person to achieve our goal is yung grit nga, which means na to stay passionate and persevere towards our long-term goal even after finding it difficult and hard to achieve is an important quality to have in pursuing the CPALE. Ayun. And ayun nga, sinabi niya na andito daw siya because alam niya kung ano yung gusto niya. Pero nabanggit niya rin na kailangan din natin makinig sa mga tamang tao at tamang lessons kasi sa sobrang dami na information ngayon, Nicole, di mo na alam kung kanino ka makikinig o ano yung paniniwalaan mo eh. So minsan parang akala mo tama pala yun, maliliwas ka pa ng landas eh, di ba? Ikaw, Nicole, ano naman ang napulot mo kay Sir Pao?
Ayun, agree ako dun sa sinabi mo dun. Pero dagdag ko lang din, no? I think you will know the culture unless you are already there. But you can check the company's impact, no, on the community. And it's really important. Even though your salary is high and the working environment is trash, you will still choose to stay, no? And next is yung a job is not fulfilling if you call it a job, yun talaga yung tumatak sa akin eh. Because for me, it is not a job, but rather doing the things I love. Then, yung isa pang na-highlight ko dun sa sinabi ni Sir Pao is don't give up. You would not know kung ano pa yung kaya mong gawin and ano pa yung kaya mong maka-achieve. So, yun, don't give up. It's a matter of perspective and mindset. And lastly, talk to yourself. You know better what's good for you. Ayun sa akin doon.
Yes, and I agree with that, Nicole. Sana sana marami pa tayong oras na nakausap si Sir Pao kasi talaga naman nakakabitin yung discussion natin and sa sobrang dami na motivational and inspirational thoughts na sinishare ni Sir Pao, talagang ang sarap makinig, no? Anyway, this is our third and last episode for season 1 and we can see na starting from episode 1 talaga namang iba-iba ang impacts at lessons na iniiwan sa atin ng mga magagaling nating guest speakers.
Yes, I can say it is a life-changing for us, no? Especially to our listeners. This would really help them a lot.
True, pero unfortunately, Nicole, kailangan na muna natin bumaba ng bus. But wag malulungkot dahil marami pa kaming inahandang destinasyon para sa inyo, Kabuataans.
Yes, Don. Let's save all that sa ating susunod na Balik-Taktakan. And for now, Kabuataans, we hope you had a great time and experience tuning with us from episode 1 up until episode 3 of season 1.
So sa ngayon mga Kabuataans, rest muna tayo dahil for sure magbabalik muli ang ating bus kasama ang bagong season at mga inaabangang new set of speakers na talaga namang magbibigay ng mixed emotions sa inyo. This is Don of JPIA Pasig Catholic College.
Ayun, and kabataan, see you on our next new Bus Stop Balitaktakan. We'll lead. This is Nicole of MBC JPA, and we are now signing off. Goodbye!
Balitaktakan with the Accountants, Year 3. Airing soon this May to June 2023.